That was my daughter's school, Governor. Please tell me what you're going to do. I'm not going to hurt him, I promise.
I'm literally talking to the president right now to specifically answer the question of what we can do for you and your daughter.
Can I hear it? Can I hear your call? Because I don't believe it.
I'm sorry. There's literally, I've tried 5 times. That's why I'm walking around to make the call.
Why is the president not taking your call?
Because it's not going through. So
Why?
I have to get cell service.
So let's get it. Let's get it. I want to be here when you call the president.
I appreciate it. I'm doing that right now. And it's to immediately get reimbursements, individual assistance, and to help you. I'm devastated for you. I'm so sorry, especially for your daughter. I have 4 kids. Losing the school.
Everyone who went to school there, they lost their homes. They lost 2 homes because they were living in one and building another. Governor, please tell me, what are you going to do with the president right now?
Knows JEJE vibe. Can you feel the vibe?
We're feeling it.
He knows JEJE vibe.
Oh, JEJE.
Can you feel the vibe? This is vibe. This is our vibe.
JEJE vibe.
Can you feel the vibe?
I'm feeling it. It's JEJE vibe.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're welcome to JEJE Vibe.
We back.
I got the amazing queen with me. Baby looking fire.
Thanks, boo.
Yo, speaking of fire, literally. Crazy. It's burning in LA.
Los Angeles is burning.
Oh my God. We're out of the way. And until we get water tenders or the water system restored, we're doing the best we can with this evacuation valves.
Oh, more. Oh my God, look at all these fucking homes.
From operations, copy that with that.
Oh my God.
That strike team reporting there, Darnell.
Holy fuck.
I'll take the strike team to assist with the area because we still have the community to leave. But if you have other priorities,
This is insane.
with greater needs,
This is like the most wild thing.
Okay, I guess let's park along this street, yeah? And then, Dave, if you can just go ahead of us and try to set up a signal.
Right here. This is where it's gotta be. This is, oh my God. What? I've never, look at this. Beyond comprehension.
Here we're on Via de la Paz. You can see just behind us there is a house completely up in flames. It's been burning for about 10 minutes since we've been here. And then if we can swing our camera around, I'm going to show you adjacent to that. The embers have now spread to this huge apartment building. The rooftop deck, it appeared to have caught fire first, and now it is burning down through this apartment or condominium building. So again, this is Via de la Paz. We are just a few blocks away from Palisades Village.
The situation with the water, obviously, in Palisades ran out last night in the hydrants. I was talking to the firefighter in this block. They left because there was no water in the hydrant here.
The local folks are trying to figure that out. I mean, just when you have a system there, it's not dissimilar to what we've seen in other extraordinarily large-scale fires, whether it be pipe, electricity, or whether it just be the complete overwhelm of the system. I mean, those hydrants are typical for 2 or 3 fires, maybe 1 fire. You have something at this scale, but again, that's going to be determined by the local authorities.
Who will take responsibility for the failures? And what does this tragedy mean for the future of a city built on dreams? For now, the fires rage on, leaving Los Angeles scarred and searching for answers.
Mad. The scenes out there in LA, in California right now.
Horrific.
Oh my God. Prayers out to everybody out there. The visuals coming out from there is crazy.
Crazy.
Firefighters rescued a cat from a burning home in Tarzana. The owner was overcome with emotion, falling to his knees, hugging his cat, giving it water. That fire started last night near West Topham Street. Fire and smoke were seen coming from that roof. After some time, crews did manage to put that fire out. No other injuries were reported. You can see there, all the material stuff can be replaced. You can handle that. Very, very nice. It was fun.
The wildfire is flying so fast.
House is burning right in front of people.
Jesus.
Some people stuck in the house with their dogs.
Jesus.
Just be okay. You're gonna be okay. Hi. You're gonna be okay. Oh shit. Yeah, don't worry about that, dude. Look at that. Oh shit. Scary, fuck. Yeah. God. The plastic is gone, dude.
Yeah.
Fuck. Look at.
Oh my God.
With fire surrounding them.
Oh my God. Oh shit. Prayers.
And it's not even, it's just a week into the new year.
Like this 2025 is just looking like what? It's starting up with blazing everywhere, man. Yo, this is not a funny thing. Just the beginning of the year, we saw the blazing. And we're going to talk about that in a different episode. But it looks like the significance of fire since the beginning of the year has just been the theme. Now we're seeing wildfires.
Yep.
In LA, in Palisades.
Or something like that.
And it's looking like so many of our celebrities are mostly affected.
Just, one day you're swimming in the pool and the next day it's all gone.
Actor James Woods breaks down on CNN as he talks about his neighborhood going up in flames. He shot this video as he was evacuating and saw to his horror his neighbor's house was engulfed in flames. The fire was moving down the hill, closing in on him from all sides.
Standing in my driveway getting ready to evacuate. It was like an inferno. Every house was on fire around us.
He escaped through a hellscape of disaster, taking refuge in a hotel. A neighbor who stayed behind sent Woods this video of his pool deck.
You're looking good. Your house is not on fire, but it's...
To compound the loss, Woods says his insurance company canceled his policy last month.
Every single thing that I own is in this room. We got a basket of laundry, glasses, pills, and the keys to our car.
The Pacific Palisades is home to some of the best-known celebrities in America, and many were forced to flee. Billy Crystal, John Goodman, Anthony Hopkins, and Ricky Lake are among those whose homes were burned to the ground. Ben Affleck was photographed sitting in a car outside his home, staring in disbelief at the approaching flames. Comedic actor Josh Gad watched aghast as the hill in front of his house is ablaze.
I have never seen flames from my house like this, ever. This is insanity.
Just 3 days ago, Adam Brody and Leighton Meester walked the red carpet at the Golden Globes. Now they're dealing with this, their $6.5 million mansion reduced to ashes. This heartbreaking video was posted by soap opera star Cameron Matheson, walking through the smoldering remains of his home. This is what's left, he wrote, sending so many prayers to everyone being affected by these fires.
We got fire going on behind the house here.
Reality TV star Spencer Pratt could only watch helplessly as the fire crept closer to the home he shares with wife Heidi Montag and their 2 sons.
Mom, we gotta go, dude. Come on, let's go.
You can see the concern on his face as the flames approach. They got away, but their house was gutted.
Leave the keys in the car so that we can move your car.
And Steve Guttenberg, the star of the Police Academy movies from the 1980s, is earning praise today after a TV reporter ran into him moving abandoned cars out of the way so his neighbors could evacuate.
It's really important for people to help each other.
The superstars we know.
Mm-hmm.
Ben Affleck.
Yep. There was a surprised look on his face while driving.
Crazy. Imagine, like, oh man, I can't imagine what he's going through, but that's crazy. Having to see your...
Or watch your properties and your things get burned.
At the same time, we see that all of this shit is... You can just... Everything can just go away in the twinkle of an eye.
Mm-hmm.
The fire was... Even people were out on vacation. They don't even know what's going on right now. I'm pretty sure they're hearing it from where they are.
Mm-hmm.
And people that are there, over 30,000 people have been evacuated or missing.
Yep.
Fire as well. As we go up the hill a little bit, you see a little bit of the glow, but I wanted to move to this spot specifically to show you the traffic jam and issues that are happening right now. In fact, LAPD, about 4 different cars just pulled up about 5 minutes ago to try to alleviate some of this gridlock coming down from the Hollywood Hills and from Runyon Canyon out into La Brea and on Franklin over to Highland, because the issue is right now, as people are evacuating, there's not enough room for all these cars to go. You see it behind me going up the street here. That's why we got a couple police officers really just trying to direct traffic to get them to come down the street. We're standing safely in the street right now because no one is moving. And we turn around here, Will, this is Franklin right now, and you're looking right down La Brea with all the red lights. Those are people trying to get away from the fire as far away as possible. Now, keep in mind, just about 10 minutes ago when we spoke with you, we were physically on Franklin, maybe 4 or 5 blocks in that direction towards Highland. That was jam-packed going that direction as well. Folks here trying to get out really any way they can because of the evacuation. We see over and over again, check out behind me, guys with backpacks, with duffel bags, with suitcases. They're trying to get out of town. Some people, whether they're leaving hotels or leaving apartment buildings.
Crazy. This is crazy times.
I talked to a fireman once. This is one of the reasons it freaked me out. And he was telling me, he goes, dude, one day, he goes, it's just going to be the right wind and fire's going to start in the right place and it's going to burn through LA all the way to the ocean. And there's not a fucking thing we can do about it. I go, really? He goes, yeah, we just get lucky. He goes, we get lucky with the wind. He goes, but if the wind hits the wrong way, it's just going to burn straight through LA and there's not going to be a thing we can do about it. Because these fires are so big, dude. When they're talking about like thousands of acres that are burning simultaneously with like 40-mile-an-hour winds. And the wind's just blowing embers through the air, and those embers are landing on roofs, and those houses are going up, and they're landing on bushes, and those bushes are going up, and everything's dry. And once it happens in a way where it's so spread out that there's nothing they can do. There's nothing they can do.
Yeah, you just have to evacuate, right?
No.
Following. The governor of California, GavinNewsom, has done a terrible job of forest management. I told him from the first day we met that he must clean his forest floors regardless of what his bosses, the environmentalists, demand of him. Must also do burns and cut fire stoppers. Every year as the fires rage and California burns, it's the same thing, and then he comes to the federal government for money help. No more. Get your act together, Governor. You don't see close to the level of burn in other states. In 2024, Trump talked about this issue with Joe Rogan.
You know, your forests are dry as a bone.
Yeah.
Okay?
Dangerous.
Billions of dollars a year they spend on forest fires. And, you know, there's a case with the environment. They're not allowed to rake their forests because you're not allowed to touch it. When a tree falls down, after 18 months, it becomes very dry. It's like, you know, like real firewood. It's bad. When they fall, they're like, you know, it's like lighting a match.
Yeah.
And you got to be able to clean. They call it maintain your forest. So I was with the head of Austria. He said, you know, it's a shame. I see all those forest fires in California, and all they have to do is clean their forest, meaning Rake it up. Get rid of the leaves. Get rid of, leaves that are sitting there for 5 years. And
we'll certainly get rid of the deadfall. I don't think you could rake the whole forest.
Well,
I think you can get rid of the deadfall, but raking all the leaves.
You could certainly get rid of the dead, okay?
Yeah, I think that's the real issue.
Environmentally, they don't want to do that. They said, it's got to be nature and all this stuff.
I have a pretty good guess as to what politicians will point their fingers to for these fires, though. Let's see what they said in 2020.
There is something so fundamental that also cannot be denied, and that is climate change. If you do not believe in science, I hope you believe in observed evidence. The debate is over around climate change. Just come to the state of California. Observe it with your own eyes. It's not an intellectual debate. It's not even debatable.
Climate change. And those who do not believe it do so at their own peril.
Mother Earth is angry. She's telling us, whether she's telling us with hurricanes on the Gulf Coast, fires in the West, whatever it is, that the climate crisis is real and has an impact.
The president has blamed the American West, and California in particular, for its own wildfires, saying that really they should sweep the forests. Literally, his idea is A, that climate change is a hoax. This is all a hoax. And B, the only places that get wildfires are places that deserve it because they don't do a good enough job.
Like, what do we go from here? This is really crazy.
You were out of the country at the time. Shortly after the fire started, a press release was put out warning of this fire behavior. My question to you is, what explains this lack of preparation and rapid response?
Let me just say, first and foremost, my number one focus, and I think the focus of all of us here with one voice, is that we have to protect lives, we have to save lives, and we have to save homes. Rest assured that when rest assured, let me finish. Rest assured, when that is done, when we are safe, when lives have been saved and homes have been saved, we will absolutely do an evaluation to look at what worked, what didn't work, and to correct or to hold accountable any body, department, individual, etc. But my focus right now is on the lives and on the homes.
Do you think your leadership was effective while responding to this disaster?
I just said what I believe is the most important thing for us to do right now, and that is going to continue to be my focus. Thank you.
And it's just a week into the new year.
It's not funny at all, but this is just trying to make light of the situation, but it's not a situation that you take lightly. A lot of people were affected. A lot of people are going through it right now. It's still blazing. It's crazy. Water system is like.
The guy that Los Angeles voted not to be mayor, who was defeated by the current mayor in Ghana, explained that the problems go even deeper.
Our first responders and our firefighters who are trying to battle this, there's no water in the Palisades. There's no water coming out of the fire hydrants. This is an absolute mismanagement by the city. It's not the firefighters' fault, but it's by the city. And I'm going to be very honest. We've got a mayor that's out of the country. And we've got a city that's burning, and there's no resources to put out fires. So if you look at your pictures, you don't see the firefighters there because there's nothing they can do. And it looks like we're in a third world country here. The brush up in these hills that are controlled by the city and the county, I would bet you that they haven't been handled, mitigated, pruned, removed for probably 30 or 40 years. This was a disaster waiting to happen.
So our prayers out to LA.
Prayers. And also, if you please turn off the gas.
Crazy. Like, people are running away. You know, like, some people are just coming back home. The traffic is even crazy.
Mm-hmm.
So people have to even leave their cars and just find this time is not even going back home to go turn out the gas. Or if you're home, it's crazy. I hope you're able to get out, but it's crazy out there.
Mm-hmm.
So you never know. People didn't expect this to happen. It's not like,
and it just happened unexpectedly.
This is nature.
Yep.
This isn't like somebody set a fire. This is nature. Just somehow.
And it's crazy. Wildfire during winter.
Crazy. When it's like cold right now.
And then they said the wind was heavy too.
Crazy winds. Crazy winds. Man. Crazy imagery coming out from California right now. The fire is like, oh my God. It's looking like scenes from a movie, but this is not a movie now.
It's not a movie.
This is real life.
Oh, this is not too long ago. The Maui.
Crazy. And Maui was just last year, right?
Early last year. Like a whole island was wiped.
Jesus. This is the same shit that's happening right now. Wildfires. Just from nowhere. And it's moving like nobody can stop this. People are trying to even wet their trees in order to prevent it from coming. It's crazy. So prayers out to California. Prayers out to everybody that's going through what seems to be like a horrific event right now happening in California. So our prayers out to them from JEJE Vibe. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to hit the like, subscribe. See you in the next one.
Bye now.
JEJE Vibe.
JEJE Vibe.
Feel the vibe. I'm feeling it. You know it's JEJE Vibe.
Oh, it's JEJE.
We're getting the resources to help rebuild.
Why was there no water in the hydrants, Governor?
That's all literally.
Is it going to be different next time?
It has to be. Has to be. Of course.
What are you going to do?
I'm doing
To
everything
fill the
I can.
hydrants. I would fill them up personally. You know that.
I literally.
I would fill up the hydrants myself.
I understand.
But would you do that?
I would do whatever I can.
But you're not. I see the. Do you know there's water dripping over there, Governor? There's water coming out there. You can use it.
I appreciate it. I'm going to make the call to address everything I can right now, including making sure people
I'd
are
like
safe.
to make sure you do. Can I have an opportunity to at least tell people you're doing what you're saying you're doing? Could somebody have a contact? Can I have your contact information?
Right there.
For me to express the level of appreciation and cooperation we receive from the White House in this administration. So on behalf of all of us, Mr. President, thank you for being here, and not just being here today, thank you for being here since the minute of this incident, when there was a 10-acre fire less than 24 or so hours ago on Deep Ground.
Boulevard and Pacific Palisades, this feels like a scene that you would see in a movie. All these cars were left here abandoned yesterday, and emergency trucks had to go through with a bulldozer to clear away so that they could get up to where the fires were. So all these cars were just left here during the evacuation, massive gridlock. See, the fire went through here and even burned some of these cars that were left behind. Look at this. All these cars are wrecked.
Californians suffer through unprecedented drought. One billionaire couple owns a massive share of the state's water system, seized in a series of secretive meetings 2 decades ago. That system was largely paid for by the very taxpayers whose water these billionaires hold hostage. Urban water systems are desperate for water, but in 2023, they'll receive just 5% of what they requested from the state. The Resnicks are the biggest farmers in California. As of 2007, they owned 4 San Francisco's worth of farmland. And nearly half of Americans buy at least one of their products. Their pistachios, their pomegranate juice, their mandarins, their flowers. It's all under one massive umbrella, the Wonderful Company. a privately owned company worth at least $5 billion. The majority owners, the Resnicks, are worth at least $8 billion. How were they able to take over such a large percentage of what should be a shared public resource?
Apology for being absent while their homes were burning. Do you regret cutting the fire department budget by millions of dollars, Madam Mayor? Have you nothing to say today? Can you back up, appreciate it. Have you absolutely nothing to say to the citizens today? Elon Musk says that you're utterly incompetent. Are you considering your position? Madam Mayor, have you absolutely nothing to say to the citizens today who are dealing with this disaster?